So did the Russians hack the Oscars? Should there be an investigation into how something so ridiculous, so unacceptable, so un-Hollywood-like? Did the moguls of Hollywood have the courage to get out of bed today after such a... I wasn't even going to talk about it. And then I decided there's some aspects of this that I just can't in good conscience ignore. Hey, folks, how was your weekend? Great to have you here. El Rushbo behind the golden EIB microphone. And the telephone number is 800-282-2882. If you want to send an email, do that. elrushbo at eibnet.us. So was the Oscar election stolen last night? I mean, really, who won? How do we really know? I mean, with so much fake out there now, and you can't count on polling data, and you can't count on election results. I mean, I'm just listening to what the Democrats say. I mean, they told us first that La La Land won, and then they said, no, Moonlight won. And now there's rampant confusion everywhere. And I would like to be the first to call for an investigation and an independent special prosecutor to look at. They had millions of people around the world watching last night. Can you imagine, if you are a La La Land fan, can you imagine what they did to you last night? You had everything invested in La La Land winning. It was going to dominate your spirit and your feelings of Hollywood and entertainment for the next year. And the cast shows up almost like Hillary showing up to do her acceptance speech. And then somebody from an accountant firm pops up and says, Warren Beatty blew it. And how did Warren Beatty blow it? Well, I will explain that when we get to it. But so then they had to take the La La Land cast. By the way, I didn't see any of this as it happened. Somebody tell me, when they finally said that no, the election was actually stolen by Moonlight, when the Moonlight gang came up there, did the La La Land cast and crew leave? So both candidates, in effect, were on stage as both were announced as having won the Best Picture Oscar. Were they hugging each other? I mean, was the La La Land crew, the actors and the producers, after having that Oscar taken away from them on live TV, did they smile about it? Was there good cheer? Was there understanding? Was there tolerance? And did they welcome the Moonlight crew to the stage? Did they stand up there together? Or was it a cluster? You saw it. I didn't. You didn't? Nobody in there saw it. Oh, we're all flying blind here. Well, I'll have to research this and find out. I've seen some still shots of Jimmy Kimmel looking clueless, which that's not unusual. So it's hard to get much from the still shots. But let's talk about the picture that they tell us won. How do we really know? How do we really know who won the Best Picture award? They're telling us it's Moonlight. Has anybody seen it? Have you realize the number of actual moviegoers who've seen any of these nominees is such a small percentage that it's not even worth mentioning? It's like 65% of moviegoers have not seen. I think some of them saw La La Land. I guess it did pretty well. Well, Moonlight is about a gay black man. Now, remember, Hollywood took it on the chin last year. Remember, everybody was jumping in their chili, claiming that it was all white all night. All the nominees, and that the only roles for African Americans are drug-addled criminals and gang leaders and so forth, or servants, and they're fed up with it. And then they're fed up with no nominations for anything. So Hollywood had to make it good last night, so they went the twofer. They had a movie about a gay black guy. So what they did there, taking no chances whatsoever after the grief they got last year, they went for the twofer, two protected groups in one movie. I wonder if they were afraid that Hollywood might be, never mind. I'm not going to talk about potential violence if one of the two didn't happen. But folks, this is great. It's a circus. Hollywood could not have scripted a more ironic ending. After lecturing us all night on who should be president, after telling us all night how to run the country, after lecturing their number one fan base, Middle America, which is where the vast majority of people are, after impugning them, making fun of them and laughing at them by making fun of the things they believe, these geniuses couldn't even get their big moment done right. And that's the award for the best movie of the year. I wonder, will there be any recounts? Will any heads roll at Price Waterhouse, whatever the new name of that firm is? I mean, even at you had a Latino woman and an Irish male representing. Well, this is how the left looks at things. They look at gender, they look at ethnicity to make sure that you're covering all your politically correct bases. At any rate, ratings were down, and here's what supposedly happened. Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway are out there, and it's their job to announce the winner of the Best Picture. And Warren Beatty had the envelope that announced Emma Stone as Best Actress. Now, nobody knows why that happened yet. At least if they do, I haven't run into it. So Warren Beatty goes out there with an incorrect ballot. And so he opens the ballot, and he doesn't know what to do with it. Now, why wouldn't he know? You're out there to present Best Picture, Best Movie, Movie of the Year, whatever. And you open the envelope, and the card says, and for Oscar goes to the woman actress in the leading role, Emma Stone, whatever movie she was in. Why do you pass that off to Faye Dunaway? It's because your mind freezes, because you're an actor, and you don't. If whatever's on the card, whatever's in the script is what you read. You're not able to stop and think because you don't think. You're an actor. You think you know everything, but you never think. So he didn't have any ability to improv. The improvisation was tossing it off to Faye Dunaway, which makes about as much sense as tossing it off to a frog. So Faye Dunaway, they look at this, and what they concluded was, okay, well, it's the Best Actress winner envelope, but the movie there is La La Land. So they said, we'll take a chance. We'll take a flyer here. And Faye Dunaway says, it's La La Land. And then the La La Land people show up, and they start accepting their accolades, and it takes about a minute, and then somebody shows up, some bald-headed guy. No, whoa, the best movie, whatever, it's Moonlight, and he holds up the actual ballot or card, whatever, from inside the correct envelope, and the camera had to zoom in on it. I think we have audio of this. We do. Let's see. Yeah, start with number 23. This is Warren Beatty as he opens the envelope. Now, remember, when he's opening his envelope, it's the Best Actress envelope. It's not the Best Picture. And at that moment, it's Freeze City.
Well, I think that it could be said that our goal in politics is the same as our goal in art, and that's to get to the truth.
Bad, more not
that's
good.
Like in the movies that we honor tonight, that not only entertain us and move us, they show us the increasing diversity in our community.
Meaningless.
And a respect for diversity and freedom all over the world.
Meaningless.
And the Academy Award for Best Picture.
You're impossible. Come on. La La Land.
All right, so he froze there. You heard him freeze because he had the card for Emma Stone, Best Actress. He's in all this talk about diversity and ethnicity and freedom and communities and moving us and all this gibberish that these people think matters. So the La La Land crew happily shows up, feeling just like Hillary Clinton no doubt did at 9 p.m. on election night. And then And then
there's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
Moonlight won. This is not a joke. I'm afraid they read the wrong thing.
This is not a joke. Moonlight has won Best Picture. Moonlight, Best Picture.
Personally, I blame Steve Harvey for this. I would like to see you get an Oscar anyway. Why can't we just give out a whole bunch of them?
I'm going to be really proud to hand this to my friends from Moonlight.
That's nice of you. Warren, what did you do?
I want to tell you what happened. I opened the envelope, and it said, Emma Stone, La La Land. That's why I took such a long look at Faye and at you. I wasn't trying to be funny.
Obviously. So that's how it happened last night. What an ironic turn of events. From the people telling us how to live and how to feel and how to think and who should win and who shouldn't win and telling us that there's never any fraud in elections. And then they got tripped up by their own system. I think, I don't know what long-term impact, if any, this has on Hollywood, because I think Hollywood's in deep trouble. You know what? I think the business, I was reading something the other day. I'm not going to stay on this much longer, folks. Just hang with me. But I read something, I can't recall right. It doesn't matter specifically, but it was all about Hollywood's over as a business model. And just nobody knows it yet. Just like the music business is not the way it was. Whatever happened to the music business, same thing is on its way to happening to Hollywood. And it's all about people being able to watch what they want to watch when without having to go to theaters and being willing to pay for it and so forth. And that everybody in Hollywood's trying to hold on to this old business model where theaters are the primary distribution vehicle. And that's done and over with. It's just that nobody knows it yet. So they're in some trouble. And I think they've also got trouble, folks, because of who they are, because of their being leftists.